It's Week 10 of the 2027 season. And front and center is James Robinson. He's coming off a great week, reaching triple digits in yards with a collection of touchdowns. It's the Jets and the Dolphins, next on EA Sports.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the New York Jets and the Miami Dolphins. Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jets, they come in on a good run, winners of 5 of their last 7.
And last week's win was indicative of how good this team can be. It was a complete performance.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU. It's Zach Wilson.
And what was really attractive about Zach Wilson coming out of college, coming out of BYU, his ability to create and make plays when many people thought they didn't exist. But what's been even better is watch him improve in the pocket, able to hit the back foot, make the right read, and the right throws.
First play, and Wilson wants to throw it. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack?
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
So still 14 yards to go, second down. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12. That result, really no surprise. It's what we're coming accustomed to with this number 1 ranked rush defense.
And you study the game. Does this bring back a few memories? Maybe the 85 Bears trying to move the ball against them, 2000 Ravens. Heck, how about the late 60s, early 70s Purple People Eaters, the Minnesota Vikings? Hard to move the ball against those types of teams.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Now it's Wilson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Here's Hill on the return. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And it'll be Dolphin football. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Now Hall to start the drive. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Ball again on second down. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The Dolphins at 500 now, 4-4 on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Breece Hall. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
An extra point by Bass. Up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So that drive, 4 plays. He was capped off by a Breece Hall touchdown run. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Back on the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. They currently sit 1 game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Yeah, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, it depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. These two teams met down in Miami earlier this year with the Dolphins winning that one. So they're looking for the season sweep with a win here in Miami. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 37. Off play action. Watkins looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early. That's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. To throw on 2nd down. Watkins looking left side, and it's complete. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 30. A good pickup there at 22.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Hall want to give up the middle. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Watkins throwing left side. It's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up for the 1st and goal.
Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. They'll look to run with Hall. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
A 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Quick throw complete. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football. On 4th down, Watkins. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Dolphins' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. A good drive by Thomas and a mind closing on. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Robinson. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Here's Robinson again on 2nd down. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of the tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. Wilson. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 10, Wilson. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
The Jets on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, Wilson. They'll roll him out right. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Now we get Tyreek Hill and the rest of the Miami offense back out there. And CD, assuming he stays healthy, assuming the health, should get to that 1,000-yard mark pretty easily. And the best part of what he's done so far is it allows him and the team to relax their pursuit a little bit. Meaning, if they just have normal games, they'll get to the 1,000-yard mark. They don't have to force anything. But one of the reasons he's having the year he's having is what I call route-running arrogance. They think there's no one that can cover them. No matter how many people are put in his direction, it just doesn't matter. He's going to find a way to beat them. And so far this year, he's done exactly that. He sure has. 23 yards on the play. That's a nice throw there, and he's obviously feeling pretty good because, remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again, and they wind up getting good yardage and a 1st down right out of the gate.
19 tight. 19 tight. 3. 19.
Throwing on 1st down. Watkins. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Another big play as they get 28 out of that one. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Looking to throw. Watkins. He finds his man, complete. It's Connor. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here. These last few plays, they have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time.
Right there. No.
Straight ahead is Hall. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this 1st half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
Alert! Hey, check that street.
Now they bring a receiver in motion right. Hall again. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Breece Hall with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Dolphins take a 3-touchdown lead. Bass on for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was capped off by a Breece Hall touchdown run. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. This will be fielded inside the 5. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Watkins finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And quickly they get to the line. To throw on 2nd down. Watkins. And going deep for Hill. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Off the play fake. Watkins. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. 19 tight, 19 tight. Mustang 19.
They'll try and throw for it here. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. Now Wilson on first down.
Oh, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph.
The 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
No surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick 6.
And it's plays like that one that made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
Here's Bass now for the extra point.
He knocks it through. It's 28-7. Play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
The Jets going to take over now late in this first half. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission.
Wide open receiver complete. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Open man here is Conklin. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Taken at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they'll have time for 1 play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission.
Check pass, check pass.
The final shot before break. Watkins. And going deep for Hill. It got his man complete.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far, as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. We'll begin with a rematch from both Super Bowls 42 and 46. The New York Giants playing host to New England. And it's the Patriots leading that one in the 2nd quarter. Damian Harris, a touchdown run in that first half. From there, we move to H-Town to check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And you can see there, it's the visiting Colts who have the lead in that one. Michael Pittman, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And they were winners in their ball game over the visiting Buffalo Bills. 31-14, the final. On now to a look at the next-gen stats for the Jets in that first half. And despite the fact that they're looking up at a double-digit deficit at halftime, they were able to move the football through the air in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half. Both teams likely making their final adjustments before the second half. So, time for us to go back downstate to Miami and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. This taken in at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter.
second half starts with a run by Hall. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Looking to throw on second down. Watkins. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
A handoff for Hall. And this time they were waiting for him, as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Watkins. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 41-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available, because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On first down, Watkins. He'll get that one complete to Connor. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
In motion, Hill. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Off the bootleg. Watkins. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
Well, he's regarded as one of the best athletes among NFL tight ends, Charles, and it certainly was on display right there.
And as we've seen this league continue to grow and develop, I think the tight end position is becoming harder and harder to defend, because now it's elite athletes playing that position, not just the big guys who can block. How about his ability to get downfield and make plays against any defense?
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. So that a 7-play, 80-yard drive. And it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one, as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late. That wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
On first down, Wilson. This is caught by Robinson. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Throwing again on second down. Wilson. And he's got his man on the out route. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. They find some open field here. Past the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. Ball resting on the 10-yard line. It's 2nd and 1. Now Wilson. And it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Tyler Conklin from 10 yards out. And the Jets are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters. Back now in Miami. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
We'll get an update when we come back to Miami.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run with Hall.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
Going quickly out to the right side. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
On the counter, it's Hall.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play that was going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
To throw on 2nd down. Watkins. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. Now, the #1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
Hey, check that. Street.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline.
The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow them to convert a 3rd and 18. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
And now some disagreement down on that sideline. The red flag is out, and we're going to get a challenge. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
After review of the play, ruling on the field.
So the decision to challenge does not pan out, and that's also going to cost him a timeout.
Robinson, 18, 5 years. Trap 50, trap 50, trap the Ranger, trap the Ranger. No check, no check. No read, go.
On 1st and 10, Watkins. And that is incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Check contact, check contact.
To throw again. Watkins over the middle, complete. That's Hill. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 20-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well. Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
7 Pirates, 79 Broncos, 19 Lions.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Tanner Connor, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
And that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out in the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. They'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news now. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson, quick hitter here, it's complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Jalen Ramsey with a sack on the corner blitz.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy.
Ready, ready, ready.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Reload, reload.
The slot man in motion right.
Pass.
Here's a give to Hall. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
But they certainly got dented with that 1st down run. So now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
Hall again on 2nd down. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. Off play action. Watkins. Hard throw, incomplete.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
New York set to take the field.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league. It's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th, and we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And when you break it down, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting. But obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You know, you just all of a sudden, whoosh, there it is. This thing is pretty much done. And the crowd stayed with it to celebrate because they're like, Let's enjoy watching our team play this well. This is fun.
So for the Dolphins, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Dallas Cowboys next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles.